Day 4 of the deadly conflict between Israel and Iran. Israel bombed Iranian state television during a live broadcast. It startled the anchor, who was forced to flee her desk amid a loud explosion and falling debris. Iran says the building was hit by 4 bombs. No word on any injuries, but operations have resumed. Now, there were explosions in other parts of Tehran as well, with Israel issuing new evacuation orders. But Iranians say with major traffic jams and long fuel lines, getting out is no easy task. Israel has hit residential buildings, oil facilities, killed top military leaders as well as leading scientists. Iran says at least 224 people have been killed so far. More on the conflict and its impact on global energy markets. Let's bring in Matt Smith, the lead oil analyst at Kpler. Matt, welcome to the program. Let me begin with the bigger picture, if you will. Iran, of course, is a major oil producer and exporter. How worried are you that this conflict with Israel is going to disrupt crude oil prices and crude oil, period?
Less worried, to be honest, than I was maybe 24, 48 hours ago, right? So you've been talking there about how oil prices rallied on Friday. We were up in double digits in percentage terms. At one point, we finished up 7%. Then all of the tit-for-tat missiles being fired between Israel and Iran over the weekend, and yet now we've moved lower on oil prices for a couple of reasons, really. One, as you mentioned, it's that potential of getting Iran back to the negotiation table in terms of a nuclear deal with the US. But the other piece of this is really that Iran could have perhaps attempted to close the Strait of Hormuz, which is the key choke point on a global basis. The fact that we haven't seen any supply disrupted has really been the reason why we've not seen prices rallying higher. That's not to say things couldn't change on a dime or things change tomorrow, but for now it seems that the worst is behind us in terms of this conflict, and it seems that Iran, because it's been absolutely hit on so many fronts here, whether it's energy infrastructure, its key personnel, or otherwise, seems to want to negotiate now.
Well, Matt, the economic risks and risks to global energy markets clearly not over, because this crisis is still continuing. And as you mentioned, the Strait of Hormuz, many are describing Iran potentially shutting that as the worst case scenario here. What would be the implications if there is no resolution and Iran, in fact, does do that?
Right, that's correct. That would be the worst case scenario, right, where Iran doesn't see any other way out of this apart from doing that. However, doing that would cut off its nose to spite its face, because Iran exports all of its crude via the Strait of Hormuz. It exports about 1.7 to 1.8 million barrels per day. That all goes off to China. So if we saw those flows cut, it would essentially cut off all those flows and all that revenue that is coming through from China there. And so that's why it seems less likely that that would happen. There is a naval presence in the Mideast Gulf there, close to the Strait of Hormuz, essentially policing the area. We are seeing that there's more being sent, and so really any kind of suggestion or progress or signal that could happen really is causing people to really get things in place so that it doesn't.
You know, I have friends and family in Iran, and everyone I've spoken to in recent days, they say the gas stations are flooded. There are huge lines of drivers trying to get in and getting gas. The fact that Israel has struck some of Iran's most vital domestic oil and gas facilities, do you foresee any shortages in oil-rich Iran?
Yes, absolutely. And that has been one of the tactics of Israel, right? To strike those fuel depots, the oil depots. It's hit the South Pars gas field, which is the largest natural gas field in Iran there. And so it isn't just looking to hurt Iran on an international scale. It's also looking to cripple it on a domestic side of things as well. So to stoke unrest within its population there, it isn't just cutting off these or hitting these fuel depots. It's, people are suddenly trying to move on a mass scale, get out of these key cities. And so Israel is well aware of that. And so it is attacking Iran on multiple fronts. You mentioned there scientists killing military as well. It's the fuel depots, it's the energy infrastructure. It's all this type of stuff together here. It's a wide swath of targets.
All right, Matt, thank you very much.